What is going on, fellows and gentlemen? I'm a Dash, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's funny, actually. I spilled water on my keyboard just before I started playing with, and this game doesn't need a keyboard, so I'm actually playing without a keyboard hooked up to my computer right now. I thought that was funny. Okay, anyway, let's present this little piece of paper, my doodad. Bringing our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Maybe, I don't know. Can I? Let's see. Very well. Hey, you can clearly be seen in this video. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 words. Exactly, 8 words. Not bad, partner. Right. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video, which is right. That is a. See, this locker that has a white cloth sticking. Say, why is this? Say, I assume this is supposed to be Phoenix saying that this is the witness's locker. Right. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh, what? It's open. Okay, it stays open. So, okay, say, oh, the white cloth! It's gone! Indeed it is. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? Hey, when the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Hey, then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. We don't necessarily have proof that that's Marshall. Well, actually we do, because only he would be able to open the locker. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away, because he knew that the locker, because he knew that, well, where, you know, they would be visible. I guess hope no one would notice that. It's kind of a grave mistake. It's pretty obvious sticking out there. Hey, let me think. I guess, I had something else to say, but I forgot. Let's just continue. Murmur. Olga! It would seem that's the only... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. You said... Alright, I'm guessing that he took something... I'm guessing that what was happening was he was trying to take something from Goodman's locker and stash it in his locker. And Meekins spotted him and sort of fucked everything up. So what is he took something from Goodman's locker and stashed it in his locker. He went, after subduing Meekins, he went ahead with stashing it in his locker as planned, and just left Meekins in there, see? ... So what if my locker was open? I mean, that doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it, except it does, because the fingerprint mechanism, the ... The murderer needed to hide something. He opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Except he can't open it because it only registers to your fingerprints unless the white cloth wasn't there before. And why would he stick it in with the white cloth anyway? See, I guess only if he knew about the fingerprint mechanism. Marshall is claiming he doesn't. I'm not sure I believe that. Say, and why would he just stash it in a random locker? Why wouldn't he, like, take it with him? I don't know. Excuse me. I had a thought on that, but I can't remember what it was. Let me just continue. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a one man? Because you kind of are now. Screen's gonna fade. This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. The finger will say, I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. So, say, he might say that something was stashed in it, but why wouldn't it be visible the first time around? Like, oh yeah, I'll call your bluff. Yeah, no, let's see. You said I opened that locker, now prove it. See, it's gonna be, like the locker itself, right? The fingerprint mechanism. See, let me see. And actually, see, his light wasn't on beforehand, so it couldn't have possibly been just held open. So, let's present the evidence locker. Wait, fingerprint sensor. So, okay, that's correct. We talked about this earlier today. He claims not to know, but that's not. You see, the lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. Well, what kind of crazy talk was this? He's starting to sweat. Well, you can't see his eyes, though. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There's even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So he might try to claim that he doesn't know about the fingerprint locks, but the thing is, it would either way, whether he knows or not, he's still the only one that can open it. And only someone that knows about the fingerprint locks would put a thing in there anyway. Well. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh, can he come up with it in 8 words? Say, oh, he's tugging at his bandana with his teeth. Is he gonna rip it? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Well, whoa, shit. See, I only... Murmur. See. Order! See. Witness, explain yourself! See, I only got 1 word for you, partner. So, that's 9 words, if you count the no. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. Yeah, it's not a... I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole! Please answer the question. Ole! Oh, God. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can! We can't. Have a look at these floor plans. So the victim and, I guess Kay is the killer. See, there is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room, except below. Well, there is. Well, if the camera's like right here, this corner is a place to hide. In terms of from the camera, at least, also below the ground. Yeah, Officer Meekin, excuse me, didn't see Officer Marshall. He saw Gumshoe. I'm of the opinion that Gumshoe is actually Marshall, because we didn't see his face. If that's so, then what was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. The quote-unquote Goodman in the tape is actually Morrissey. That's right. The only possible conclusion. See. Well then, let's hear it. What was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? It's gonna be the victim indicator right there. See, he had killed Goodman before and stole his clothes, but that doesn't explain how he gets stashed in the car. It's the thing. I don't know. I assume we'll find out later. I'm gonna take a state, but I think this is gonna be it. Officer Marshall was standing right here. But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Indeed. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman, which it wasn't. It was Officer Marshall. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekin's witnessed a detective at the crime scene. Except he said he was a total stranger. He didn't know who Goodman actually was. He may not have known Marshall either. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted, which was to pull a knife. See, when I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. So, something about the officer's story puzzled me. Because if it was actually Detective Goodman, why not just show the ID card that he used to get in the locker room? The answer is because it'd be like, you don't look anything like the guy on this ID card. If the man has ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. Exclamation point. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. So, so he decided, I guess his cover really was blown the moment that he was asked for the card. Right. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Right. He could have at the very least just played it cool instead of pulling a knife on the guy. Right. Wait. You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Yeah, most evidence actually is circumstantial because a lot of times exact proof isn't really easy to come from. See, circumstantial evidence, he's still denying it. And yeah, you're in a bit of a tough spot to begin. Excuse me. See, technically, why are we prosecuting this guy now? We're the defense attorney for Lena Sky. We are not the prosecuting. Why do the rules always get switched? It really feels like in a lot of cases, this game would have been better if you played the prosecuting attorney, not the defense attorney, because that's how it tends to end up anyway. This game is so illegal. Not the existence of it, but the stuff that's done, see? Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as a victim. I can't say I particularly account for your uncooperative disposition for talking to Marshall. I'm guessing that the day's gonna end about here, and we're gonna move on to day 3. I can't say I care for your beer, but you don't see me complaining. Wow. Well, Mr. Wright, you have any evidence proving beyond the shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. No, see, I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. See, fear, more like, frustration. See, seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Or desert heat. See, this can't be happening. So obvious he's the one. What can I do? So we don't necessarily know that he killed Goodman, but we definitely have proof that he was there, which is a pretty good indicator that he killed Goodman. And see, ... It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. He's talking to him. See, exclamation point. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. See, when you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? Wait, I don't want to see. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. So, are we gonna channel Mia again? See, Nick, try thinking outside the box! Just using see. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Okay, let's see. Why would you think this locker was open in the first place? See, well, first of all, the light, the paper, the bloody handprint is listed right there. See, what do you mean? See, there's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yeah, he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. So he was an idiot, is what we're going to say. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. Huh. Maybe he stashed a murder weapon. No, although we have the murder weapon. He stashed something in there. Perhaps the disguise. I don't know. I guess, see, yeah, it would mean that it was, I guess it means he wasn't planning to, which goes against what I thought it would say. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. See, then after the crime was committed, quote-unquote, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. So we just need to prove that he had a reason to open this locker. See, potentially, maybe it's the other pieces to the jar, I wonder. See, that's gotta become relevant at some point. I don't see. If he wasn't planning to open his locker, though, that means he wasn't intending on being caught. So why would he dress up as Goodman in the first place? I guess just as a precaution? The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. But no, I don't think it's the cloth. I think it's to jam the mechanism. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? And it wasn't there later when we went to examine that room. Perhaps Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. Again, with the video, see. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. See. Let's see. Very well, let's take another look at the security tape. I'm gonna say, after committing the crime, the witness opened the locker and put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Okay, so I have no idea. See, oh fun. See, so that thing pops out. I don't see. Potentially. Oh, that could be it right there. What I thought earlier. The bloodstained suit. Which, you know, so to sort of get rid of that evidence. I'm just gonna go ahead and present it now. Well, they're gonna say, oh, I didn't even take a state. See, for some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman. That's the correct answer anyway. And entered the evidence room. I don't know what that reason was, yet. However, something unexpected happened. You got in an altercation with all blood being on. See, Officer Meekins barged in on you. See, when asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. So that might be what's sticking out then. It's not a cloth, it's the suit, see. A bloody white coat! See. You couldn't just walk out like that. No. So he stashed it in there and changed. See, and that's what's sticking out there is it's the suit, because it's so big. So you hid the coat in your locker. And retrieved it later, I guess, see. Not bad, huh, partner? Remember? Now then, Officer Marshall! Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. Say, ... That was a terrible thing. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Okay. We have another testimony, Marshall's confession. Okay. So, I guess we'll watch this confession and then we'll cross-examine it and I can say, I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. We're talking about evidence that was, I guess, in his locker that was going to be taken. See, I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. He managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. And all the blood is just the, I've been saying there wasn't actually a murder there for a while, but the blood is from Meekins. See. So I suppose the victim was really you! But there's only one thing, but there's only one thing I still don't understand. Large quantities of blood traces were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Meekins' cousin, Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. I guess can we not DNA test or something? It looks like too much blood for that. Maybe he got cut as well? And it all just sort of mixed together. So your cross-examination, Marshall's confession. Okay, see, I'm gonna end there, and we will cross-examine the statement. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. In the next video. So I make a dash, and I'm out.